The Detroit Tigers have finally beaten the Guardians in a series for the first time since I think the beginning of the year.
Yeah, they lost the last two, I believe. Well, they got swept in one series.
And then won one in the other.
Won one in the other, so they still lost it. But yeah, about damn time. Woohoo, Tigers. Give them a clap. Give them the clap. Yeah, but when we thought, and when they were in the first half of the season, running away with the season, 15 and a half games ahead of Cleveland, and then they didn't even win the division. They got the wild card. They just kind of snuck into the playoffs, but
they did this in 06.
Yeah. But they did it in 06. And last year, nobody expected them to even make it to the playoffs. They had like a 0.2% chance of winning.
Yeah.
Then they got to the playoffs. Then Cleveland beat them. Well, this time it's opposite. Cleveland wasn't expected to win. They were 15 and a half games out. Then they won the division, and now we beat them. I'm just happy we sent Cleveland fans home in tears like some Tiger fans and Tiger players were last year. So you know what? Screw Cleveland. We beat, although, you know what? They did at least say congrats to the Tigers.
That was cool.
But they kind of had to. Otherwise, it's bad sportsmanship. But you know what? Now we sent them home, or they sent us home last year, although it was in the championship series. Tigers have moved on to Seattle. We are recording on Saturday afternoon. They're expected in just a couple hours several hours from now, actually, at 8 o'clock start. I forgot. They're not 3. Either way, they're starting later this evening, and we'll see how they do. Hopefully they steamroll over Seattle because it's a new series. It's a new game. Everyone starts 0-0.
Seattle's best pitcher, Brian Wu, is going to miss. He's not on the playoff roster currently with a shoulder injury.
And our best player starts game 2. I don't know how I feel about that, but
we have a guy who's only made 4 MLB starts making start tonight. And it's either going to be genius or it's going to be really fucking stupid.
But he's going to be, I'm thinking he's going to be on a really short leash, and maybe it'd be a bullpen start to give Scooble a little bit more rest. But you know what? I hope if he does half as good as the Yankee rookie did, then we'll be in pretty damn good shape because he set the world on fire. And you know what? The most, his name is
Cam Schlittler.
Yeah, do you want to do the rundown on him? It was incredible. 12 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's the first pitcher in MLB history to have 12 strikeouts in a winner-take-all postseason game, and he did it as a rookie in his postseason debut.
You can't get much better than that. And you know the messed up part? He defeated Boston. The kid's from Boston. Were you aware of that?
Yeah.
His family's from friggin' Boston. And I don't know if you're his parents, how you feel about that. That'd be like you going and playing for the Guardians and whooping our ass. I'd be happy that you did good, but I'd want to beat your ass for beating our ass. So it's kind of sorry. I try not to swear on this. I don't know. Are we family friendly? We try to be. I try to be. I don't know about you. Swear a lot.
I don't really have a filter.
That's true. Yeah, you get that from your mother. Anyway, Anyway, God, man. Yankee fans love him. Boston fans probably want to string him up right now, but he's what a performance by a rookie. And you know what? He did it in one of the most pressure-filled games. It's a win or go home scenario. There was no next day if they lost that game. The Yankees season would have been over, and now they advanced to the championship.
It's a crazy game. 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 12 strikeouts, no walks, no runs.
Yeah.
Just
you can't get much better performance than that. I think our game 1 starter, Scooble, for the wild card, 14 strikeouts.
Yeah,
set a record.
Tied a record for the Tigers and set a personal best for.
Well, you're right. Yeah, personal best for him. 14 strikeouts. What a way to do it. But he can't pitch every game, so other people have to step it up.
Yeah, that's why they need to win game 1.
They need to win game 1.
And be perfect because if they win game 1, they have Scooble game 2.
Incredible.
And then they go back home for games 3 and 4.
And Scooble can potentially pitch a final game of the series. So, you know, and the best part about, I think, that game 3 because we won game 1, lost game 2 when we were having a good pitching all the way up until the 8th, and then they came Guardians came back and beat us.
Yeah.
And we had some close calls in that game that if the call would have went our way, would have really defeated Cleveland or deflated their potential. But it was the right call.
Yeah.
I don't know. The bats came alive. The best thing about it, the bats came alive. Maybe 2
One inning.
Yeah. Well, all it took was 1 inning, though. And hopefully our
Yeah.
announcers for decades have said hitting is contagious. And it is. Because once you get a guy on base, then anything can happen. And the good thing about baseball, which is also potentially the bad thing about it, the game is not over till that final out. So anything could happen. Anyone could have a 5-run inning. Anyone could also be, the game could go 15 innings. So good and bad. It could take forever for the game, or that's why they're trying to speed up the game. But the good thing is, if hitting is indeed contagious, like I believe it is, then this is the start of something incredible. Happened in their 06 series when they went all the way to the World Series. Now, it didn't go in our favor, but we have not won a World Series since 1984. We've been there a couple times since, and it hasn't went our way. In fact, in 2012, we got completely shut out. Won no games, got shut out 4-0. So hopefully,
we won 1 in 2006.
yeah. And was it 1? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Kenny Rogers' start.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Only win we got.
And Verlander was winning when they took him out. We lost. So
Yep. And then the bullpen.
his rookie
Fucked
year,
it up.
Verlander's rookie year, makes it to the World Series. Didn't make it back until we traded him. Or no, actually, I'm sorry. We did. We made it back in 2012.
Yeah.
He didn't have a win until we traded him, though.
Yep. And then he got 2 rings with
Houston.
one, the cheating Houston Astros, and then the, I guess, legitimate. I don't know how legitimate it is, but the other.
And if we don't
Houston
win
Astros
this year,
team.
though, I think it all comes back to a crappy trade deadline where we could have done something and we didn't. And we didn't even get Verlander, which we talked about already. So I think we can move on from here.
Or
Tigers.
Max,
Yep. Yeah. Or Mac. God, either one of them would have been awesome, even if they never played.
which Max is currently. He's been left off of the Blue Jays roster for the division series with an injury.
Oh, that's brutal, though. But at least he's in the clubhouse. So you can't beat that. He's a surefire Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
To have in the
Yes.
clubhouse is at least with, if nothing else, just like we talked about Verlander last week, he can give the rookies advice, and he's been to the playoffs before. Mad Max has, so he can
World Series with Texas.
yeah, and he can inspire the team at least with that experience and tell them, hey, just
And
go
the
up there and
Nationals.
have fun. Which baseball is a game. You got. I know the butterflies are there, but once the game starts, you got to let all that go and just do what you have done the entire season and just play ball to win. So
Yeah.
I think we can get into it, though. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Welcome, sports fans, to Everything Sports with Bill and Will. And it's kind of an exciting time in sports because we got a lot of playoff baseball right now. WNBA is in their playoffs, whether I don't know a whole lot about it, but we will kind of touch on that maybe. But the exciting thing, I think it's going to be one of the best playoffs I've seen in a while. I thought last year was pretty exciting, mainly because the Tigers made it. But this year we got the Tigers. We got the Dodgers, got the Yankees.
Got
Which
Shohei pitching and hitting in the same
That's
going
gonna
to
be exciting.
Same
Plus,
postseason game.
potentially,
They said it was the first time ever. I don't know if that's true or not.
I think it would have to be.
The only person that would have done it is Babe, and I don't know if he pitched and hit in a World Series game.
I don't know, but yeah. Well, either way, it's one of the first times in history. If it's not the first, it's close. So
Yeah, I
guess
believe
we
it
could
is
look
the first.
We could look that up if you want.
I believe it is. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, close enough. Anyway, but we got the potential for the playoffs are incredible. You got a potential for last year's rival, the Yankees versus the Dodgers. This year, the Yankees already eliminated one of their rivals, the Boston Red Sox, which,
That
Man.
game was awesome.
what a game. And yeah, I
I think Ryan McMahon almost broke his neck diving into the dugout
Yep.
to catch a ball.
oh yeah, what a catch. That was awesome. We'll probably have
Yeah.
to put that on our well, I think I don't know if I saved that or not. We'll have to put it on there if it's not
Yeah.
on our social media, but You got the Brewers, who had the best record in baseball. You got the Blue Jays with an incredible record too, and so anything can happen. But you want to do the rundown for the division, or I guess we're doing that. But
Well, it's the playoff bracket. But for the American League,
that's what I meant.
the last 4 teams we have are, of course, our Detroit Tigers. They're facing the Seattle Mariners in the 5-game division series. Who do you got on this? Who's your prediction?
Well, I want the Tigers to go all the way. I'm not the Tigers. If they're the Tigers of the first half, they're going to take it all the way.
Yeah,
But they got to
just need a
hit. They got to do small ball. They can't just swing for the fences. You have to. The home runs will come.
Manufacture a run.
Yeah, get the guys on base, which is how they scored. Now they did hit a home run. Dingler hit a home run, I guess, to start things off. Which that's great. Home runs will come.
We never gave it back.
And not even our power hitters were the ones that hit the big blast. But play small ball, get on base, steal bases if you have to, but manufacture some runs and get there. And if the Tigers can be the Tigers of the first half, there's no one that can beat them because they were incredible. But if they're going to play like they did the last month of the season, they're going to. I think Seattle's got them, but they have the potential to do it. But I'm
the pitching there to do it. If they can win game 1, and then they have Skubal going game 2,
they're going to be great. Yeah.
Then they have 3 games.
They got a hell of a chance,
and then they can.
I am not willing to admit Seattle's going to defeat us, though. Even if
I don't think they will.
Well, they got Cal Raleigh, 60 home run guy.
Home.
They do have Cal Raleigh, and they got some incredible players. So we just can't let him hit. We can't let him get a home run because, especially with guys on base, it could change the game just like that, and we don't want that to happen. So pitching's going to win it for the Tigers. If they can pitch like we did in the first half, we got it. Now,
if their starters can go a decent length, because if you do the bullpen game 1, if that's what it's going to be, if they're not just going to throw the rookie out there and let him get eaten.
I don't think they will. He'll be on a short leash.
I think then it's Skubal, Casey, and Jack, and then Skubal again.
Yep.
That's a really, really, really good chance to win a playoff series.
Yeah, not too bad at all.
Okay, moving on to the other American League division series, the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Who do you think's got this?
Man, Blue Jays had a better record, but I want the Yankees to do it.
The Yankees have 7 or 8 players with 20 home runs or more.
I know they're power packed, but because they always say good hitting beats good pitching beats good hitting.
Yeah, they also have Carlos Rodon, who had
I know
really low 3.8 ERA. Then they have Max Fried, a Cy Young candidate, 19 wins, led all of baseball, and then
one of the best hitters in baseball.
And then you have Cam.
Just think of they've got 2 guys that have over 700 combined home runs right now. Mm-hmm. 2 guys, if they stay healthy, and Giancarlo Stanton he was going for one of Babe's records last year. He hit a home run in playoff games.
Yeah, he passed Babe on the all-time postseason home run list for the Yankees. I think Bernie Williams leads it.
Yeah, but he's
climbing it very fast.
Yep. What was Blue Jays' record this year? They had the
really
most wins
record
in American League, right?
Yes. Mariners were second.
And the Blue Jays, I mean, they won back-to-back World Series, 92, 93, but they haven't won a title since, I don't believe.
No. Those are their only 2 championships.
Tigers, though, haven't won one since 84. So Blue Jays, I'm hoping, have to wait a year to get it. But I think it wouldn't be a bad thing for Tigers to face the Yankees and knock them out again like they did in 06. I'd love to see that. Make the Yankees send that. If you're going to be the best, as Ric Flair always said, if you got to be the best, you got to beat the best. And
they had the same exact record as the Yankees. They just beat them in a tiebreaker.
Oh, okay.
Which, bring back game 163, you bitch.
I didn't take it away.
I wasn't talking to you. I was
I
talking
know,
to
but I didn't.
baseball.
Okay, well, yeah.
Let me kick you in the shin.
I like the tie-breaking game. Yeah, I like that 163, but
One of the best ever is one of the. I can't remember which year, if it was 77 or 78 when the Yankees went back to back in the 70s. But one of those games was to get them in the playoffs was a tie-breaking game against Boston, and they beat them. And it was they beat them in Boston, and it was like a crazy
Yeah.
thing.
One year I wasn't here. The next year I was a baby, just a baby.
Wow.
I was just a little guy.
I don't even know if you were.
78. Well, October of 78, I would have been around.
It was at the end of. Oh yeah, it would have been at the end of September. That's true. You would have been just a wee little baby.
Yep. And all right, well, let's go to the other division then. Who do you want to win the American League? Or Yankees and Blue Jays?
I've watched more of the Yankees.
Yeah.
I'd like the Yankees to get there because the Tigers have had their number recently in the last couple of years overall. And I think that they match up very well against them. The Yankees are very, very, very like powerhouse. Like
they are.
What I mean? But like they strike out a lot if you have a really good pitcher.
And Judge last year, horrible.
Horrible in the playoffs. So was Ohtani for a little bit until he woke up in
he was injured
World
though.
Series. Yeah, he did injure himself. And then Yankee fans were cheering.
Yeah, that's just terrible. You don't cheer for someone that whatever. That's New York.
That's New York.
That's New York and New York fans.
God, that's Yankee fans.
Yeah, not as bad as Philly, but still.
Mets fans are much better.
Yep.
But they're just miserable because, their team sucks.
Yep. Well, moving on to the National League then. I think Dodgers have a shot at going all the way.
I want the Phillies to upset them because they have a better record and they're considered an underdog. They have a better seeding and they're considered the underdog.
We do. Americans love an underdog, but screw the Phillies.
No, I want Bryce Harper to.
It would be nice to see Bryce in.
I don't want to see him in the World Series. I want to see him in the Championship Series losing to the Cubs. I want a rematch of the 45 and 19 something World Series.
Well, I think, I wouldn't mind. Well, Ohtani was there last year, but it wouldn't be bad to see him go again just because he can do it all. But hey, I think no matter what, I want to beat whoever it is. But yeah, Dodgers, Phillies. I really don't have National League. I really don't have a dog in the fight either way. I don't care who wins it, whoever it is. I hope we stomp them in the playoffs, send their fans home in tears because we've been upset enough as Tiger fans over the decades. 90s, we're just terrible.
Early 2000s before 2006 and Jim Leland, we were very, very, very terrible.
03, I think it was.
Yeah, record-setting terrible.
Yeah, so it's time that Tiger fans need a win. Lions fans need some wins too, although we got to the playoffs a couple of years in a row. I want to see third and final year be third time's a charm and us get there for Lions and just go all the way to the Super Bowl and actually win it.
Really good chance.
Again, last year, you can't have half the team out on injuries and they still did incredible for what they had to work with, but good God, we need some breaks.
Team.
And this year the Tigers don't have a ton of injuries, but they just played terrible.
They
but
do have two of their
season.
pitchers, two of their regular starters injured with Tommy John, Jackson Jobe, and Reese Olson.
I know, but it's like, good God, yeah. And Jobe was a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad, and yeah, well. It is what it is. Every team has injuries per year, and you got to fight around, or every year, and you got to battle back, and that's when it gives the guys that don't get to play every day a chance to step it up. Those guys got to step it up. You should know better.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry, folks, for the interruption of my co-host.
It's in Do Not Disturb.
Well, it disturbed all right. Anyway, well, moving on. Better podcasts than ours have had interruptions like that. So we're right up there with the good guys.
See?
Okay. Where are we at now? The next.
The last divisional series, the Cubs and the Brewers, which starts soon, I believe.
I don't know. Brewers. Yeah. Cubs already won a World Series lately.
I'd like to see a rematch. We faced them a couple times in the World Series before, and I believe we're 1-1.
It's going to be interesting no matter what. Again, I don't really. Either way, it's good for the fans no matter what, but I want to make all the other fans cry. No offense, but.
And fuck Cleveland.
Yep.
Well, fuck Ohio, but Cleveland specifically.
Yeah, especially Ohio State.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get hate mail from Ohio State fans, which it's fine. They don't like us. We don't like them. It's just a good fashion rivalry, but sometimes it turns to violence. So, yeah.
Fuck Ohio. Who
Got it. Well, then before we get too far into things, got a sad note or two. Legendary Detroit sports broadcaster and longtime Tiger announcer Ray Lane died September 27th of this year at 95. He was used to broadcast. He was the play-by-play alongside the late great Ernie Harwell in the 60s and 70s. So before my time, so I didn't really know of him. But I knew the name, but he'll be missed by. And he's a Hall of Fame Michigan Sports Hall of Famer. In 1997, he was inducted into the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame, and it was just complication. He had complications arising from a fall at his home. So, our thoughts and prayers go out to his friends and family.
Yeah.
Hey, sports fans! If you're in the great state of Michigan and you're in need of roofing, siding, gutters, or insulation, there's only one place to call, and that place is Excel Home Improvement out of Romulus. With over 60 years in business, they are third-generation, family-owned, and veteran-operated. They manufacture their own gutters and trim, so they're able to keep costs low while providing superior quality with unmatched service. They cover all of southeastern Michigan, including as far north as Bay City, all the way down to Monroe, and from Lansing to Port Huron. So give them a call today. That's Excel Home Improvement, 734-941-2800. You want to talk Arthur Jones?
Arthur Jones is the brother of UFC superstar John Jones and former New England Patriots right end Chandler Jones.
Passed away at 39.
Yeah, he was a part of the Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl in the early 2000s.
Yep.
His cause of death is unknown at the moment.
On a brighter note, Bret the Hitman Hart's daughter, Jade, had won her battle with breast cancer. Long-time battle, apparently. So good for her and the Hart family. And again, our condolences to the Jones family and Ray Lane's family.
Yeah.
But moving on, I think we can move into the NFL now.
Yeah. First, we'll start with the Lions. They beat the Cleveland Browns 34-10, and as always, fuck Cleveland and fuck Ohio.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, let's get into the stats a little bit in this game because they've been playing kind of crazy recently. The Lions PR team on Twitter posted, for the first time since sack became an official statistic in 1982, the Lions have gone 3 straight games without allowing a sack in a single season.
And wide receiver Amon-Ra and Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown is the first wide receiver to produce at least 25 receptions, 300 receiving yards, 6 receiving touchdowns through the first 4 games of the season since Randy Moss in 2007.
Which that was Moss and Brady when they went undefeated.
Yeah, so he's having it's quarter way through the season almost.
Considered one of the best receiving seasons in NFL history.
Until now. We'll see how his season shapes up. He's doing really good, though.
Yeah. Next, over the last 3 weeks, the Lions have become the third team since the 1970 AFL NFL mergers to not allow a sack, produce 15 or more touchdowns, and record 10 or more sacks over any 3-game span.
Yep, and we got a lot of impressive stats right now for the Lions. Linebacker Jack Campbell is the only NFL player to produce at least 35 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery this season.
And lastly, for the Lions, the only players in Lions history to produce at least 6 touchdowns in each of their first 5 career seasons, Amon-Ra St. Brown from 21 to 25, and then Dutch Clark from 31 to 36. Next, we'll transition to the Rams-Colts game, and Stafford was amazing, Puka was amazing, and the Rams just barely beat the Colts. And speaking of those two, Stafford was the quarterback for both Calvin Johnson and Cooper Kupp's seasons where they were number 1 and number 2 in the NFL receiving record.
I've always kind of liked Stafford. He's, even when we got rid of him, though, then he won a championship. But that's normally how it goes for Detroit teams and players.
Yeah. So far this season, Stafford and Puka have been the 2 best receiver-quarterback duo in the NFL, with Puka on pace to break the record that Calvin Johnson holds for the most receiving yards in a single season. He's on pace for almost 2,000 receiving yards, which is crazy.
Yeah, Nakua's got the most catches through 5 games in history.
And he's got 100 receiving yards in every single game except for the first game against, or his most recent game against San Francisco. But he still got 10 catches and a touchdown. And one last thing for the NFL recap, the Patriots killed the Panthers 42-13. Stephon Diggs got over 100 yards. Drake May threw for over 200 yards. It was a blowout, and there's not much more to say. Carolina sucks, and they have for a long time. Sticking with the NFL and transitioning to the injury report, Lions have ruled out defensive tackle Aleem McNeil with a knee injury for next week's game. Lions have also placed cornerback DJ Reed on the injury reserve, sidelining him for a minimum of at least 4 games.
Yep, and the Panthers rule out running back Chuba Hubbard and tight end JT Sanders.
And the Bills have listed linebacker Matt Milano and defensive tackle Ed Oliver as questionable.
And you're right about the Buccaneers falling apart because they have Bucky Irving, cornerback Jamal Dean, cornerback Benjamin Morrison, safety Christian Eisen. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but Mike Evans. All of them are not practicing and expecting to be out for Sunday's game in Seattle.
Yeah, a lot of their best players, especially Mike Evans, their best receiver, and already having some other injuries on top of that, people that were already expected to be out. It's
a big hit.
Yeah, it's a killer for the Buccaneers. And the 49ers, head coach Kyle Shanahan has told reporters that George Kittle, who has been on IR due to a hamstring injury, is most likely to return in Week 7 versus Atlanta, and said that a return Sunday is considered a long shot.
And Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson is out Sunday versus the Texans due to a hamstring pull.
And in probably the most talked about injury news, Tyreek Hill has undergone surgery to repair just everything that he broke and tore in the Dolphins, I think Monday night game or Thursday night game. I can't remember now. But yeah, he dislocated his knee. He also tore multiple ligaments in his knee, including his ACL, and he has gone through surgery. And he's currently rehabbing and trying to be able to play at the start of next season. So he's completely out for the year.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, one of the best offensive players in the league over the last 10 years.
And we got a little bit of breaking news that just happened about an hour ago. Former NFL quarterback and current Fox Sports broadcaster Mark Sanchez is hospitalized after being stabbed in an incident early Saturday morning. So,
Yeah, it was an apparent robbery attempt.
yeah, about 12:30 in the morning. So I guess it didn't just happen, but it's just coming to light. He is in stable condition, and detectives believe it was an isolated incident between the two men and not a random act of violence. That's about what we know for now, but he is in stable condition and he's doing well. But yeah, that's kind of shocking.
Yeah.
That about wraps it up for the NFL. Moving on to some off-season news for the NBA. I'll let my co-host take it. Take it away, Will.
Yeah, Jonathan Kuminga has agreed to a 2-year, $48.5 million contract to return to the Golden State Warriors. His agent told ESPN. The deal has a team option designed for the contract to be ripped up and renegotiated next summer.
Miami Heat forward Nikola Jovic has agreed to a 4-year, $62.4 million rookie contract extension with the franchise. Good for him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And was I saying that right? Nikola Jovic.
Nikola Jovic, yeah.
Okay, close enough. All right. And the only other basketball news that I can think of, the WNBA finals, game 2 is tonight. The Aces beat Mercury 89-86, and game 2 is tonight. But, or at least for that, wait a minute. The only other basketball news would be the WNBA. Game 2 of the finals is tomorrow, but if you're listening to this, it had already happened. But as of right now, this recording, the Aces beat Mercury 89-86. And that's all I got. That about wraps it up for us, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. Like, click, subscribe.
Just butchered.
Well, go ahead. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you're thinking and how you feel about us, and that you like me a lot better than my co-host. Probably not, but no. You can cut that if you want.
Just do the outro.
I forgot it.
Well, that's it.
Thanks for joining us, folks. And
here's a random clip of the week.
Game of the week. That's what you're supposed to, or clip of the week. That's what you're supposed to say. You do the out. I just do. Okay. We're done, folks.
Already said it.
Have a great week. Go Tigers.
Fuck Ohio.